Yo, 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 how we doing? How we doing, guys? We are live, obviously. What's up, Barry? Mauricio, how are you, man? Mauricio, should I say? How we doing? Can I get a... Let me turn down this music, that's probably too loud. Can I get a mic and music check, please? Good, thanks, Barry. Good, man. Good, good. All's fine? Cool, cool. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let me just pull this away and I'll log in. Okay, one sec. I'm having some trouble getting into my Apex accounts. Add-ons. Trading view. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. Pull this in here. Sorry for the slight delay. My young boy just did not want to go to bed tonight. He's usually very good to go to bed and go to sleep, but for whatever reason tonight he just did not want to go. You may hear him giving out in the background in a minute, so if you do, apologies. Bullish on indices and metals. Definitely on indices. So definitely. This just looks like, just even on this 4 hour, looks like market maker buy model. So we have like your sell side, this being original consolidation, redistribution, blah, blah, blah. This will be your buy side. So yeah, I definitely am bullish. Especially with this daily close. My only things were, or are, should I say, is like the only thing that gives me a bit of concern is like this flat body open, flat weekly open on YM. Move that up here now. We literally just opened the week and went higher. Of course, we can keep going higher. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it does something like this. Comes back down for this. I don't know. I just don't like these being open, but yes, for the time being, I'm definitely bullish indices. Metals, however, metals. Just like, let's just look at the daily on metals. Like, look at this. Like, I'm obviously not any sort of like a pattern, or I don't even know what you call this. Ascending triangle, descending triangle. But like, just look how tight this is getting. It reminds me of indices kind of in this range. We've eventually got to break down. So I'm kind of getting that. So I feel like we have that. However, I do know we have... Actually, let me get rid of that. I can just flip this around here. We have... So bullish SMT with silver here. Daily C2. So yeah, I'd be looking for some bit of upside here. Yeah, we're getting a bit of bullish PA here. We have this 1 hour gap. Don't know if it will be enough for me to long this here, but 90-minute gap, 90-minute C3. No like SMT here though with anything, so I would we got like a 30-minute gap in here in a while to long, I would look maybe for something like that. I would just be a bit more careful with metals because just from that daily framework I was just saying there. So what up, MC? How we doing? Hey, wanted to stay up to watch a 3-hour trade. Are you in a trade, MC? Is that what you're saying? Let me clean this up a little bit. So it's new week opening gap. We're not going to come back down here, I don't think. Yeah, so this is what I want now for indices. No longer valid. I haven't looked at oil in a while actually. Huge gaps. Yeah, it looks like NQ is the weakest by far. This swing here, like ES is pretty much up here in relation to NQ, so I'd expect us to at least take out this high. Can get rid of that. I want to see this come down and form its wick somewhere here though. Ideally this 4-hour gap. No gap here. I'll mark this low though. Just look for some SMT fill or something. Yo, are we good? Are we back? You guys hear me again? Or no? You're good again? Okay, good. Thanks, MC. I don't know what happened there. Like my internet didn't cut out. Everything else was working like perfect. I know, is it OBS or what? Better? Okay. Thank you, Subat. Thank you. So I was pretty much just yapping to myself so for the last like 5 minutes, it seems like. Not sure where I got cut off. Where did I leave off? And actually, I think I was just asking you guys. I basically just want this 4-hour gap hit on indices. And I was going to ask if any of you guys are in any trades at the moment, or anybody watching anything different to what I see. Like you do have like 4-hour SMT here that you could maybe look for shorts into this gap or something, but I don't know if I got cut out earlier, but I was just saying I don't want to see price come below this low. It's like as you can see in the indicator, this blue dot is like this should be a protected low, trading out of this gap, CSD. Yeah, I think that's exactly what I want as well, again. Yeah, exactly what I want. If you were like a scalper, I'm sure you could find a little like scalp like down to here if you want, but that's just not how I trade. The only bearish scenario I could see, again, I might be repeating myself, I don't know when I got cut off, was like something like this SMT holding. And NQ, but we'll see. I'm in short NQ 5 minutes. Okay. Sequential SMT. So you're taking this, or are you? Oh no, this with YM. I can see that you have your CSD. You have a gap. Like I can definitely see it going lower because obviously I want it to come down here to long, but expecting move for, I'm in chart fight. Yeah, SMT is in there now. One problem, wait for 30 minutes. Yeah, you could wait and trade this 30-minute C3 down here. You could do that. Especially if this closes bullish and this closes bearish, you'll have like a PSP, but I could also see like that gap holding too. The only problem is what's your draw? Like, would you just TP right at the gap? Would you like see if we can trade a bit lower into the gap? What would be your TP there? Yes, thank you, Menan. That's very nice of you. I always forget about that. So yes, please, if you could like and share and all the rest of that jazz would be, and subscribe, I guess, all the rest of that stuff would be very much appreciated. Thank you. ES on CFD. Don't worry about the CFDs, man. They're just basically like made up charts. If it's on the futures, it's a SMT. Don't worry about the CFD. What CFD form do you trade with? Again, you'd FTMO or $28,863. Yeah, pretty much the gap. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for a little scalp. Now, if I was to short this, it would have to be from this gap. Like, these bodies. Yeah, I'd need it a little bit lower, but just not. Or let this 30-minute close. Look for something like this. Something like that. Not SMT, sequential SMT. Is that what you're saying? 28,931. You're just using this. On what time frame are you entering? Yeah, I see this sequential here, talking about this 90-minute, right? The only problem with that, it looks like YM here is going to invalidate that here. You would need this to hold. Yeah, 5 minutes, yeah. But 28,931 is where is So did you just market enter here? Once you got this closure or something like this? Gets you like 1.5 to 1. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't mind it. You would want YM to start reversing here now too, though. But you're not BE already, Subat, are you? Like, say your position is this. Like, if it moves this far, you can't go BE already. Are you? Gold with the retracement. I don't know what this 15-minute pump was. You're a BE, okay. Just for me, like, we're going to have this 30-minute closure here in a sec. So, like, say it closes like this. You're going to want this next candle to open, trade higher, somewhere put in its wick, and trade lower. And it would be a shame if it stopped you out, like, break even though your trade could still look fine on the lower. Like, it could come back up to this gap. Let me just get rid of this. Could just come back up to this gap and then go lower, put in its wick of 30-minute candle, and you end up getting stopped out even though there's nothing technically wrong with your trade. So that's why it would seems a little aggressive for me, but obviously do whatever you think is best. Don't let me talk you in or out of it, but that's just how I see it. But I do like the fact we're going lower. I want us to hit into this gap, so that's nice. So we know Subat is in the trade. Gain, are you still in the trade or no? Or did you end up taking one? Or are you going to wait for the 30-minute closure? 30-minute closure, okay. Might be down here by the time this 30-minute closes. Oh no, just never mind. It just literally opened. Yeah, so if you're looking for a C3 short here, I would be looking for something like run up into this gap, close below, close candles. You'd want something like this, but your CSD would probably be here, stop here. Like, you just don't get the RR to the gap, unfortunately. Yeah, that's the problem. Again, yeah, that's the problem. For me, anyway, that's the problem. Unless you take ES, you might get better RR. Just not as clean. There's no gap here. Maybe run out that high. Take something like that. It's just not as clean. Yo, what up, Em? How we doing, brother? Weekend was good. Weekend was very good. Weekend was good, thank you. How about you? I know I said I was going to go live on Sunday. Just something came up yesterday. Ended up being just way busier than I expected, so I couldn't go live last night. Probably better off with that big new week opening gap. Anyway, there's nothing I could have done on any pair, so probably better off that I didn't. Okay, this could actually be not too bad here on gold. If we could keep this 30-minute gap open here. And looks like we might create another one on silver. But if we could keep that open, create some sort of SMT at 9 o'clock, because 9 o'clock is a volatile time for gold, for metals during Asia. So you could take it back up to this high if it gives, or even up to this open here. Something like that. So we'll keep an eye on that for 9 o'clock open, but can't do anything just as of yet. One question, do you decide bias and trade based on close draw when daily is not clear? Or it's against the higher time frame bias? Say that again. I'm not sure I understand. So, do you decide bias and trade based on closed draw when daily is not clear, or is against the higher time frame bias? Can you reword that again, please? I'm not too sure what you're getting at, to be honest. You're just basically, how do I get my bias if the daily isn't clear? Is that kind of what you're asking? Yeah, looks like this is just going to dump. Pretty much it's like, it's proximity, but it's also like, I just look at, I'm basically like a next day model trader, like from T-Trades, or I guess it was MMXM came up with that. Like if we close through this high, I'll just be looking for this to continue higher. But say now we sweep out this high, okay? And imagine this day just closes like bearish down here. Then I'll be looking for this to get hit because we've swept out this previous daily high, failed to close above it, and have closed back in the range. Then I'll just look for it to go to the other side of the range. So I basically just do the that next day model is what it's called. It's basically how I frame my bias. Then if sometimes the daily isn't clear, I'll just maybe go to the 4 hour because like we have a. For me, this is a pretty clear weekly draw or weekly higher time frame. We'll say higher time frame direction is pretty straightforward for me at the moment. So monthly gap, okay, tapped into the monthly gap, closed outside it, okay, good sign. Created a weekly C2 here, also weekly PSP, SMT here too, so more bullish signs. So I can go directly, I don't even have to look at the daily if I don't want. I could just go straight to the 4 hour. And as you can see, this weekly wick here is all of this. So I'd be expecting, we've obviously traded in here, new week opening gap, respect that. So I'm just going to keep following this trend up here until we start like, if we start closing like down here, then I'll be like, okay, I need to reassess here. Or like, maybe we just sweep this low, but if we start closing like below this low, I'd have to like reassess again. But I basically just use daily C2, C3, weekly C2, C3. So if I have a daily C2, I'll just go onto the hourly, wait for the open low to be formed and a CSD on the hourly that kind of confirms my low a day, and then I'll just look to trade higher. Like this is pretty clear here. So for today, new week opening gap, right? New week opening gap. So we obviously open higher. Don't really put in like much bullish PA. We're kind of grinding higher. Same here. It's not really a reversal to me. It's just kind of slow grind. So this looks more like a retracement. Like I said, I'm bullish coming into the week, so I still want to look for bullish PA here. This is 8 o'clock, okay? So we have a C2 here, but I have no CSD yet. Here, I get my C2 sweep inside the new week opening gap and have my CSD here. I'm pretty confident my low of day is in here now. So I'm just looking to trade back up to pretty much this high of day here, and probably even higher, like up to here if you wanted to, because at this stage ES and YM are so much more bullish. So that's how I go about it on a daily. So I would just look to trade this next 4 hour candle, which is because it's 10 o'clock, and next hourly candle, one of those traded higher. If my daily isn't clear, I can just do the same thing on the 4 hour because I'm bullish on the weekly. So new week opening gap, C2 on the 4 hour. Like this doesn't look like it wants to go lower. So I'll just look for this candle to open low, put in its low here somewhere in a 15-30 minute hourly gap, and then look to trade it higher. That might be a long-winded answer. Again, I don't know if that helped or not. So I would say daily closes are important, and yes, proximity of the draw are definitely important also. If that's what you were asking me. Close the trade. Okay, good job, man. Good job. Oh, we still didn't get that tap, did we? No. How come you closed it, Subal? How come you didn't hold for down here? No problem. And if you have any more questions, just ask away, or anyone else any more questions. Or if you want me to go into more detail, let me know. Because like I said, there's not much for. I want these gaps hit. Oh, get away. I need these gaps hit on something for me in order to take a trade. So I can't really do much right now. Maybe get something on gold at 9. Yeah, YM's bullish here too, man. That 90-minute SMT is gone. So we'll see. Yo, what up? Cram Duke, how we doing? I'm good. How are you? How was your weekend? How was all your guys' Monday trading? First day of August. First trading day of August, I should say. First trading day of a new month. How was people's July? Did we review our trades from July or no? Be honest. If you did, what did you do good? What did you do bad? We want to obviously start eliminating the bad things that we do. We don't want to be making the same mistakes, and we want to keep doing the good things that we were doing. #21 July highest obvious draw at this point. I'll reassess. I don't know, but I Giga trend. Yeah, I've seen some people say that too. Where's 21st of July? Which one is that? Yeah. I agree. Now, the only thing is that like ES is pretty much up here, the equivalent of up here, like up around here already. As you can see here already, an indicator, like we have this SMT here, which would also be like this SMT. So I could just see this being a retracement into these two up close candles to trade lower, but for that to be confirmed, I'd have to probably see a close below here, or like a close underneath these, and then I'd be like, all right, okay, maybe we are going bearish. It's just too early for me to do that yet. But you're not the first person I've seen to say that like we're not just going to start rocketing straight up from here. I don't like how this also just has like a flat body low here, this one, you know. It's obviously a wick on the monthly, but it's just like a daily flat body candle, so similar question. Yesterday closed bullish, expecting today to be bullish candle as well. Overall bias bullish, but today's wick is not established yet. Yeah, that's exactly it, again. So so let's just say this is our previous daily range here, right? This is our range here. So I want this day to open, right? Come trade lower, put in its wick, and then trade higher, right? And have its wick like somewhere like this. Obviously this will be green, or it'll be white in my case, whatever way you have your candles, right? And I want to get involved in this wick here somewhere, okay? But in order for that, I need a key level to be hit to look for that, okay? So key level for me would be either a 4-hour gap, preferably, or a 1-hour gap. And like, luckily enough for us, we have a 4-hour gap here. So what I would like to see is kind of what we're doing. Trade down here, maybe create some sort of, oh sorry, wrong one. This one. Some sort of 4-hour C2, hourly C2 with maybe some SMT, and then like, say I actually get something like this, right? Say this is a C2 candle, we have SMT, and we have a CSD here on the hourly. I can pretty much confirm this is my low day. If this happens during Asia and London, ideal. I can look to trade New York higher, and that's where I'll try and catch like a continuation trade from an hourly gap or an M30 gap and trade it higher. That's essentially how I trade. Pretty, not rocket science, just pretty straightforward. So yeah, so that's exactly it. So I think I've spoken before, the tricky part about trading Asia is, so like I said, I want the day to open, trade lower. Even though I'm bullish, I obviously want the day to trade open, trade lower, then trade higher, and leave this sort, like create this kind of wick here, right? So even though I'm bullish, I want it to open. I want Asia to set the low, maybe London to reverse, and then New York to continue. So even though I'm bullish, I may have to take shorts in Asia if I want to get a trade, if that makes sense. Something like this. Because by the time this comes in and forms its low day, like it could be midnight, it could be 5 a.m. New York time, you know? So it's kind of tricky trading when you're trading Asia. The ideal time to trade Asia is, let's say, you got this close at in the New York PM. Let's say this 4-hour closed. That makes this very easy to trade. Then this open low for Asia higher. That just makes it very easy to trade that. So they're like the bread and butter Asia ones to trade. Did we tap this gap? We did. Yeah, we took the gap. Okay. Okay, get new 90-minute in at 9 o'clock. Okay, perfect. Let's wait till 9 o'clock and see what happens. What's metals doing? This is kind of awkward. Not a great, yeah. No, this hourly candle looks like ass, to be honest. Have we taken, no, we're still taking previous daily high. And this is the opposite for what I was just speaking about there. So I want this to trade, I want this to open, if I'm bullish, trade lower, then continue higher. This is kind of just opened, not done much, traded higher, and now it has this wick, so this doesn't look too appealing to me just yet. So do you consider trading this bearish move? I think I just answered that again, that I think I just ended up answering, even though I just saw your question there now. I think I just answered it, but like, no, I wouldn't. If you just wanted to trade Asia, you'd have no choice but to trade that retracement, because like I said, you won't be awake for, or you won't be online for like the longs if you were only trading Asia. But it wouldn't be, for me, it wouldn't be the closest draw. It would be just my closest point of interest where I want to get long in the direction of my bias, if that makes sense. And plus hourly gap. Yeah, hourly gap. Now this gap's already been tagged, so I'm not too concerned with that, because we have this here, this gap, and this candle's already traded into it, so it's not that relevant for me. I was long earlier copy trading, and whereas my accounts were disconnected after TP did not hit. Dumped to me heavily. Something new. Yeah. That'll happen to you at least 5 times, Cram. So annoying, but it's just one of those things. What do you use to copy trade? Are you a Ninja Trader or TradeCopia, or what do you use? Or do you just use TradeAvate? There's nothing worse than when you copy trade, and say you use TradingView, log into your leader account, and then you have the copy or like copy the trades off that. Sometimes when you log into TradingView, it doesn't go to your leader account. You need to make sure and check that every day. And then when you're in trades, like I use TradingView or I use NinjaTrader, but I execute on TradingView with the leader account. So as soon as I enter a trade, first thing I'll do is I'll flick over to my NinjaTrader just to make sure that all the accounts are in, and then and that it's the right size, because sometimes I've been in too many contracts or I've entered in NQ instead of MNQ, things like that. Like just so many stupid mistakes when you feel like you're rushing, Yeah, that's obviously not an ideal scenario, but stuff like that happens as well. Yeah, Tracopia. Where are you traveling, Cram? And are you traveling for business or for pleasure? Is it vacay or is it vacation or for business? Oh, class. That is awesome, man. I'd love to go to Africa. Like, really love to go to Africa. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. What made you go to Ghana in the first place, if you don't mind me asking? And how long are you planning on staying? And how long have you been there? That's so cool, man. I would love to go to Ghana. The only thing is, so I see that as well, Dirt. What would your target be, Dirt, to short? That would be the problem I'd have with shorts. Is I think the target for me anyway for shorts has been hit this gap. Because now we have this too on a 90-minute. Like, this is going to be your 90-minute. You 4-hour SMT fill like this. And this, like, if you get a 30-minute PSP here with this, would also be a 2-stage bullish, so it's a little tricky. No problem, again. That's what I'm here for, man. That's what I'm here for. Any more questions, just fire them away. That's what I'm here for. Sure, I'm here to, like, obviously if there's trades, to take trades, but I'm also here to, like, help people out or just hang. Like, if I see something clearly obvious, I'll take it, but if not, I won't take it just for the sake of taking a trade. So if you guys have any questions, please, it can be about anything. Just put in the chat. Why you gotta ask all these hard questions? Oh, I know, Dirt. I know. Can't a man just have his short, huh? Oh, that was good. It's first thing on your sticky note that you should have on your desk. You should have, like, your 4 or 5 things for your trade, but number 1, draw on liquidity. Everything else after that doesn't matter a shit. Even things like your 2-stage, so like how you said there a minute ago, oh, we've 2-stage farming, but like you'll see two stages form quite often, but if they're not in context or not at a key level, they really don't mean jack shit, to be honest. So it should really be like you're drawing liquidity, kind of what I spoke about here, like the daily profile. So like we'll say here, like we have this gap, we kind of grind it. So coming into today, I was bullish, so I wanted the day to open low, high close. But when we opened, we just went higher straight away. So I was like, okay, that's not ideal. But it's not like we started gapping away. We just kind of grinded higher. Like these are just, like we're actually not doing a whole pile here. Same here. Like we don't get any like real proper reversal here. No gaps away. It's just a slow grind, back into this gap, into these two bearish candles. Even this could be, no, it's not a breaker, but wait for the driver. I get this CSD. Okay, so now I have my draw, okay, which is higher from coming into the day. My daily profile now matches because I've taken out this low. I have a C2, I have a CSD. Then your key level is here, and only after that then do I look for like cracks and correlation, because I could have like I think this was a SMT here before this happened, but like this didn't really make any sense because we were just grinding slow. This is a low volume candle, like the New York Open was about to come, things like that. So you just got to be careful with those kind of things. So your draw and like the daily profile are two very important things to keep in mind. Sorry guys, just texting the wife there. My young fella, he fell asleep eventually, but then he just woke again after like 30 minutes. Hope he's not sick or anything. That's very, very unlike him. He usually just like goes to bed, falls asleep, no problem, and then he like never wakes up. So if you hear a 11-month-old boy screaming in the background, I'm gonna take no notice. I can just turn the music up louder or something. He's being cared for, don't worry. My wife is with him. He's not being neglected before you guys call Child Protective Services or whatever it's called here. Oh, okay, that's where you're from. Oh, okay, Cram. Okay. I got you. Did you tell me that before? Actually, no. Did I think of it? Did I ask you that before? I think you might have told me you were from Ghana before. What's your experience with Blue Guardian payout like? I actually haven't. I've gotten one Blue Guardian eval, and it was actually for trading on these streams. Nick gave it to me, and he gave it to me like a week before I went home to Ireland for vacation, and I was there for 2 weeks, and then I came back, kind of forgot about it, and it expired. I didn't realize it was one of those ones that you had to trade within like 30 days or whatever. Also, man, I really need a haircut. Does anybody else's hair like really annoy them when it gets too long? But that's my only experience with them, Cram. But I know Nick likes them, and I don't think there's any problems. Speaking of payout issues, has anyone here gotten a payout with Apex? And if so, like, has it been recent? Has it been like in the last couple of months? I blew 150Ks with 5,000 each last week. I had the opportunity to take one more max payout for life. Oh, that sucks. Did you go on a bit of tilt, Cram, or what happened? What happened there? Was there a bit of oversizing? Did you... Sounds like a bit of a tilt issue, maybe. I'm bearish. Did we go? Okay. And that's fair too, like that. This is a big gap. Like if you take 50% of this range, like, oh. Like it could come up, it could pretty much come close to the bottom of this gap, or easily come halfway into this gap. So I could see that. I think if you got a CSD here and these, it wouldn't be the worst long. Yeah. That's coming back to me now, Graham. That's coming back to me. Yeah. I got you. Apologies, just the amount of different people I talked to about different places and stuff. I forget where everyone's from. So on my last stream as well, I can't even remember who I was talking to, and they were telling me about where they were from. And as soon as he told me, I was like, you told me that before. So my bad, yeah. Ghanaian, I still can't even say that. Ghanaian. 5 cons trying to max 5. Yeah. That's... You don't need me to tell you, man. You just said it there yourself. That rarely ends. Rarely ends well, man. I used to always trade the 150Ks. I used to have 5 of those straight to fundeds with Tradeify, and I absolutely loved them. They were so good. Dirt, are you short or no? Or what are you looking for? Oh, excuse me. This is technically a bearish C3 tier 2, but like you just open lower, which is not great. Unless you're short, of course. Oh, what's metals doing? Oh shit. What the fuck happened? Gold. Yeah. Definitely. Like, look at this. Yeah, I think it was at the very start, Mauricio was asking me about gold, and yeah, no, I think I'll be parking that. Thank you very much. And the other thing, Dirt, about... No, it was M actually was saying about how he's not... It was M who was saying about he's not... Yeah, he doesn't buy us, just going giga... Just going straight higher from here. I actually... The thing I kind of agree with there is... oil actually looks pretty bullish here too. So monthly gap, monthly C2, which I'm pretty sure is SMT. Yep. Monthly SMT. So I would have been looking to trade this like higher. Obviously, we get this huge gap lower, but it still looks bullish to me. You know, like even like we're just at EQ of this previous month. So I can also see oil going higher, but oil and indices won't go higher at the same time. So that's the only thing I'm seeing about like to agree with what Emma's saying. Maybe it's not just gonna like go straight up. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. I had a limit set on that propulsion block at 9. It left it out me. What time frame are we talking? 3, 5. This start. Something like this. If I had to guess. This gap. Protected high. Propulsion block. NQM5, yeah. I think that's just what I marked out there, was it? No, I don't. Subat, no, I don't. But I've known Matt for like a long time, so I know what it is. But no, it's not something I've ever personally used. No wick. Which M5 candle? I have one here. Are you looking at the micros? Yeah. So it's not in the micros, but it is on the... There is one on the minis. There's still a gap here though. So you might get filled. I don't know how I feel about using this as SMT on the FX pairs because they don't really give like new week opening gaps. So I don't actually know if this is SMT or not. Because if it was, this wouldn't be a bad short either. Or if silver had taken this high, it would have been ideal. But no dice, no dice, no dice. Oh shit, YM just CSD there. I could see that being a decent trade, like something long, something like this for 2 hour ES2. Obviously NQ is the weakest. Something like that. This stop is huge though for Asia. We might have to go to bodies. One's 18, okay. Is that too volatile there? Oh yeah. Has anybody here? I was asking about the Apex payouts. Anybody had an Apex payout recently or in the last couple of months? Basically, I submitted a request a week from today, a week ago, so last Monday, and it was approved pretty much straight away, but it hasn't budged like in a week. On the dashboard, it usually goes from like approved, and then it'll say paid, and then it'll take a couple of days to like hit your account, but it's just been for 7 days, just done nothing. Which is kind of annoying. Man, I don't know. This looks decent, but like when I look at, just let me take off this here a second. Just when I look at this, it doesn't look great. Like this is a 5 minute. Like this just looks like, yeah, I don't know. I can see the framework and stuff. It just like, this just looks like shit. I didn't yet. So I actually, well, when I say I didn't, I haven't heard anything from them. I just did it about 20 minutes before I came on stream. So I'll wait and see what they say. It's just so annoying when all other forms pay out like in minutes nowadays. Yeah, I've heard the same, and I've heard like once it's approved, you're good. It's just slow. But I've heard that like there should be no problem once it's approved. So just annoying. Dort, are you still looking for shorts? You almost got filled. This would be your continuation if you wanted to. Something like that. It's not my first payout from them, no. It's I used to have the legacy accounts that I had before, but since the end of day trail or the end of day drawdown ones have come, it's my first, yeah. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. Because I used to trade with them like a lot, and then other firms just got so much better when they didn't have the intraday. So I didn't trade with them. Then when they brought back the intraday, I got a couple of them, so. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I just wondering if anyone else had anything similar. Actually, I'm turn this different color here. I don't know why I keep going back to this chart. It's so ugly. Like, even look at this. I don't know why I keep going back to it. Yeah, just go away. I'm gonna wait a little. Yeah. Yeah, you'd be pretty close to getting filled here now. The only problem is it's just like this hourly just went lower straight away. I think, like you said a minute ago. Yeah, I think that's right. I could see it like I could see this being a valid setup. Whoever puts in its high here with this SMT, PSP. I could also see this just going higher. Any computer guys here that know a lot about computers or laptops, etc. My laptop, I have a Razer Blade 15, I think. I got it in like 2020. Absolutely love it. Never gave me any issues. But the last while, it's just starting to like slow down. After it's 6 years of like abuse. But I'm not sure what to get yet next. I know loads of guys use like MacBooks. I've had Macs before. I'm not like for or against them. I just don't know what to get. Would be for like obviously trading. So TradingView, NinjaTrader, and then a bit of streaming, and then I very, very seldom like game, but like if a new Call of Duty comes out, I'll play that, or Battlefield or something like that. But very casual, and I don't really care about like frames per second or any of that kind of shit. But I have no idea what to get. So if anyone's any recommendations, that would be great. If anybody here is knowledgeable when it comes to things like that, would be great. I also, I don't know. I kind of want a short GC, but this wick here isn't filling me full of confidence, to be honest. Something like that. I would like to take something like that. Slow, 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 slow. This is awful. Where do we even open? This is what we've done since we've opened. Look at this. Ugh. Metals really need to get their shit together on the higher time frame, because when I originally like agreed to do Asia, I thought like 90% of my trading would be done on these because they were moving super clean during Asia for a while, and then we decided to go into this shitty higher time frame consolidation. So like this does not help the cause for trying to find trades in Asia, because we have to solely rely on indices when it's usually the other way around. Usually I would come on and trade gold and just keep an eye on indices, but it's the other way around now, it looks like. You finally got your CSD here on ES. If you were looking too long, I don't think this is a bad stab, something like that. 2R. I don't think that's the worst shot you could take. Besides the fact we've just been consolidating, but framework is there. You have 4-hour SMT fill, 90-minute SMT, 5-minute CSD. I could definitely see it working. I was watching it 30-minute gap too, but it's pretty much gone. Small gap there, but I just don't like this because we'd have traded into this, create a C2, so like I'd find it hard to, like, we've already gone this much lower and then come back up. Like, why would we trade back up to go lower again? Not saying it can't happen, I just don't have that like V shape. It would just be a little less high probability for me, but yeah, they've been awful. Awful dirt. Awful. Boop, 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 boop. Even FOMC couldn't get them out of this consolidation. Like, it's been awful. NFP on Friday, is it? Do we have NFP on Friday? That should be good. That should be a mover. Yeah. Awful. Even like, I don't know if you were here at the start, but like, look at this shit. Just to go like with the closures. So I want to see us break out of this, like, whatever this is. Descending triangle, ascending triangle, whatever that shit's called. Alright, you'd be filled on your long there. This would be the safe stop, but it's big considering we've only moved probably like the equivalent of that stop since we've opened. So I would probably tend to go with the bodies. Because in this type of PA, if it's going to come down for these bodies, it's probably going to come for the low anyway, so something like that. But yeah, I agree, MC. Go looks like shit. I kind of want oil to start like trending again. I will watch this 30-minute gap here just for something to watch since Gian pointed it out. Yeah, very unlikely now though, because it looks like this could even get a CSD here. Hold it. Hold it. Yeah, 90-minute gap, 90-minute SMT. Now your 5-minute CSD is way up here. Yeah, you'd want to see like I don't even know what you want to see because this fell so far. If you wanted this to be your low day, you'd want to see like an hourly PSP, or because we can't create gaps now because this fucking CSD is so low, or this wick is so low. Is anybody in anything on indices? Anybody long specifically? Could be SMT fill. Yeah, like there's your bullish CST there. Might have to trade London. There's zero chance I'll be staying up for London anyway, that's for sure. Zero. NQ 5 minute long from 28.876. 28.8. Oh, nice. Nice. Thanks for the signal, Subat. Meanwhile, we're sitting here doing nothing, and this man is in a long here. Good luck. I think it looks good. Yeah, if you look at ES by itself, like if you look at ES by itself, it doesn't look great. But if you like break it down, so you have SMT here because it didn't touch the gap, right? So that's the first one, and you go to 90 minutes. It has bullish SMT here then too, so you kind of have a two-stage there. That would be like your framework for the long. And you get your 5 minute CSD. Like this should really be protected now here. So even though you're in this consolidation, you'd be hoping now that this would start to go and would allow this to go too. That would be the framework. But we have also just taken out like this consolidation high, so yeah, I don't know. Tricky. Well, I mean, you have SMT fill here in gold if you wanted to short it. Oh shit. Why is this not a bit cleaner? Is this like... Do you take this as your CSD? .30-minute gap. SMT fill. Like, do we trust this as the CSD? Or no? Not with this flat 3-minute open anyway, but... Yeah, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, for sure. This CSD here, for sure. 10 o'clock might actually not be bad. If you get the C2 closure here, also has SMT. Come on. Get a C2 here. Look to trade this open low, high close. Create some, I don't know, some gaps here somewhere. Trade something like this. Wham bam and thank you ma'am. Something like that. Would not be bad. We'd also get a new 4-hour candle in too. Except for 4 hours or your 50-minute CSD is like all the way up here, but if you're bullish, you're getting what you want. So you open, like, drift higher a tiny bit, trade lower into key level. Now we're starting to get a move away. But you have another however long to wait for, even another 22 minutes to wait for 10 o'clock. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Plus IFVG with 90 minutes. What time frame IFVG? I'm not a big IFVG man, but I will have a look. Oh, boys. Yeah, I'll probably give it another maybe 15-ish minutes and see. If it looks really nice coming to 10, I might wait on for a little bit, but I'll see. I'm I'm trying to be really picky just with my next trade. I'm close to hopefully one more trade to get me max payout with Lucid. So I just kind of want to wait for something that's like pretty A plus for me. It does, Dart. It does. SMT fill. You also have 90-minute SMT. Create the C2. Like, you have tons of room as well to go higher because this is like your daily wick, we'll say, to go higher. So like, you'd be looking for these highs minimum. Like, you could even do something like this if you wanted to. Not financial advice, all that stuff, but like, this you'd basically just be trading the C2 reversal here because SMT, CSD, this should be protected now. This would be your CSD. So you could take something like this in the anticipation that C3 won't trade below here, that it'll come in here, make its wick, trade higher. So it would be like a positional entry. You could just ride it up to there, but that might be a bit aggressive. How many points is that? Oh no, it's not. That's only 470 points. Like, that's not much. Not these days. All right, Subat. Good stuff tonight, man. Thanks for stopping in. I'll be live again tomorrow night, so hopefully I'll see you then. So have a good rest of your night, man. And thanks again for stopping in. Or NQ is clearly the weakest here. Like on the higher time frame, what you could wait for is some sort of like string switch at some stage. So say this candle closes at 10. The highest probability setup you'll get now is this closes at 10:30, right? You leave a gap here, gap or whatever. Then either this comes down, takes it low. This comes down, takes it low. Come on. Just imagine this is a gap here. Create some sort of SMT here with this next candle for NQ to now become the strongest one would be the ideal case scenario. Or just trade any of these higher. Like ES, just trade the strongest one until it hits the draw. I just don't like how ES doesn't have any gaps here. No lower time frame gaps. Go looks interesting. Speak to me. What do you like? This whole like SMT thing? Has to be from this gap. Well, unless we create another 5-minute gap in a while, but this would be your 5-minute CST here too. It's obviously massive, but 90-minute gap, 90-minute SMT fill. Yeah, I think for this, I would definitely want this to close. Wait for a gap, trade into the gap, and then take it higher. I think is what I would like. But Jesus, it is ripping, man. 15. Which one? This one? Or like this one? I'm assuming this one here, right? As you guys know, I'm not a big IFVG man at all, so I just don't use them or take any notice of them. But that shit's ripping, man. Jesus. I wonder how many people had faked out here with this move. They almost got me, man. Yeah, it's all ripping. Would we have 2 R yet? Nearly. Why did I not take that? Do we have any 50-minute gaps? We do, but this one's too low. No, I didn't gain. I should have. This is what I was going to take on an eval here. I had this marked out and for an eval. That was going to be my entry at CSD, but I didn't end up taking it. That's what I wanted though. Probably should have though. Fuck, it's gone. I was wanting that M15 candle. For gold, you were going to take an M1 entry in Asia on gold. You're a fucking madman. Absolute madman. That's a good question. Again, it's just, I guess this kind of threw me off. Now the framework was there, but like we only opened here, so we had this, right? Framework was there. I'm also like very picky when it comes to trades. So like, okay, now that I look at it, it's probably like, I probably could, like, when I want to get into this trade, what I want CSD is I want them to happen real fast. Down, boom, boom, right? I would like to see this one close above, even like leave a gap here just to show me, okay, like we are going higher. Failed to close. Finally get to close there with a flat. Like, I guess it still looks okay. Still fine. It's not like picture perfect, but I also need to realize that like it's Asia session. It's not New York. It's not going to be like that clean. Even here, like, still doesn't look that great. I guess now, like, it looks beautiful because it's like after running. But it looks great up here, but it doesn't really look that great down here. But it's completely valid. I guess it just didn't like the look at the lower time frame signatures here, but it's completely valid. Maybe it's one I should have taken. Maybe it's one I was just like not paying close enough attention to be honest. I probably should have taken it. Oh yeah, how close is that to all-time high? Oh shit, is that? Oh shit, is that actually Williams all-time? Oh, it is too. I didn't realize that. Oh shit, yeah, that's gonna be like a magnet. Did anybody take ES longs here? Because like there will be or two are now. Nah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah, that was a good question. Why didn't I? Any specific reason? I'm struggling to give you one now. Which probably gives you the answer that I should have. I probably should be in this, to be honest. I probably should. Jeez, ES is on a mission. Holy fuck. This feeling does not look good. It really depends. When I say here it doesn't look good, like, so if I want a CSD, right? So say this is my CSD level, and we're trading down, right? And then say we have a key level here. I want this to happen like within a candle or two. I want to have a gap. I basically, like, say this is our key level. Like, I want this to be the V shape. What I don't want is, say we come down, like, I don't want this, and then like barely close above. Like, to me, that's not high probability. That now I can see both scenarios here. It is kind of a V shape, I guess, but we don't create any gaps. But what I need to realize as well is that it's Asia. You know, the volume is lower. Now, having said that, if we'd swept this high, and just traded lower here, and came back down here, I'd be saying, man, why did I take that trade? Like, look at this range we're in. Like, how stupid was that? If we just ended up like closing back down here, I'd be like, oh man, that was so stupid, you know? So, don't know if it's a bit of FOMO, don't know if it's what it is, but all I know is it's looking very good now. 3.6. What do you think, David? Get it here? Yeah, I think it could be dirt, yeah. I think so. I mean, it has everything that you want to see. 4-hour SMT fill. Like, this is the draw. This is your daily, like, your wick is formed here. Like, I don't know why it would want to do this again. Because it would have to use so much of its range to come back down, it would never get back up to where it wants to go. So I do think the lower day is in. Shit's running. I mean, even look at this candle here, like, holy. You might not even get like an entry on this like C3 because we've another 5 minutes. Might create another like 5-minute gap here. Say we create a gap here. Trade something like that. It is on the move, man. Plenty of room for it to still run though. Yeah, look at the ADR, look right up here. That can get there, no problem. I just hope it doesn't do it in the next hourly candle. Leave some for the rest of us, dude. Is that, don't tell me that's Yes's all-time high as well, is it? Holy shit, man. That's actually insane. I didn't realize how close we were to all-time highs on both of those. I was just like focused on NASDAQ for most of it. Jesus. Exactly, man. All aboard. I'm very annoyed. No, I didn't take this. Nice little 15R to all-time high. Just go break even here. Wake up in the morning, 15R. Thanks very much. Minutes. You might get your 15-minute to M1 here, 15-minute gap on gold. Even though I think it's madness, I never trade the M1, but if that's what you're looking for, you might get it here now. You kind of have a BPR here. Okay, 10 o'clock is coming up. 2 minutes. This candle is like super bullish here, this one. Okay, let's mark it out. So similar thing as always. So I want it to happen. Yeah, okay. So I basically don't want price to come below this level here. This EQ. But this is huge here. So I would like for to trade down in here somewhere. I have a CSD here. Trade back up. Take this. Something like that. If you're looking to trade 10, that's the kind of move what you want. That's the kind of move I want. Sorry, I don't mean to be telling you guys what you need to look for, but that's kind of what I'd be looking for. I feel like we're getting moves later in the session too, which is annoying. I think I said this last week. Like nothing happens from 8 and 9, between 8 and 9 anymore, which is annoying. So I don't know if I'm going to have to start going back to like the 8:30 starts maybe, or 8:45. I know I'm like, you just have more SMT here now, look. It's pretty fucking annoying. Honestly, I think the best thing to do when it comes to gold is just wait for it to get out of this shit. Like, if I trade gold and I take a loss inside here, I'll be so pissed off myself because, like, look at this, you know. The daily range is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. It'll eventually break, so, like, just, why not just wait? Yeah, so ideally now you would dig into this gap here. Oh, we can do 4/2, don't we? Yeah. Yeah, so dig into these gaps here. Create 2 hefty, like, down close candles. CSD with them. That would be your protected low. And then just take it higher. I'm blind. Did that M30 close above CSD in gold? Nah, I mean, if it's that close, for me it didn't, no. No. By 0.1. 10 cents, I guess. It... No, it didn't. It didn't on the FX pairs either. You know what actually wouldn't be bad in this either? Meh. It's not as nice as a H4 closure. Never mind, never mind, never mind. Yeah. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and these generational longs are going to be up here somewhere. I'm going to be depressed. Okay, guys, I'm probably going to call it there. So what you would want to see is this candle and maybe one more trade down here. Let me make it black, right? Then you would want something like this. Again, when I say you, this is what I want. Create a nice bulky CSD. And then you would take this CSD retest, stop at the low, target the heavens. This is what you want to see. You want to see this candle open low, dig down a bit deeper, create the low of this candle, CSD, and then off you go. Good God, man, YM is just on a moon mission. Cool, Dort. Appreciate you, man. I'm live again tomorrow night, so hopefully I'll see you then. For those of you guys that are staying up, this does look juicy. I might just have to monitor it on my phone and see, but I'll also be okay waiting till tomorrow. Like I said, I just want to wait for one more kind of like banger of a trade for the week. So, yeah, I could have had it there if I had a bit more balls on taking ES, but it is what it is. I'll journal it or I'll write it and see if I can come to the conclusion why I didn't take it. But thank you all for joining. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna leave it there. I'll be live again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Hopefully we can get a bit cleaner PA. It started to pick up right when we were ending. I didn't look at the charts until I kind of hopped on tonight. Tomorrow night, if I feel like I'll definitely be live, like 99.9% sure on Kit, unless like something extremely bad happens. So if I think that there's nothing that clean around 8 and I don't hop on, just like check it half 8, check it 8:30, check it 9. I might just, if I delay it, it might just be because I think there might be a nicer move later, because like I think this might be setting up nice, but I've been on for over 2 hours now, so I don't want to sit here for the potential next like hour and nothing happen, you know. But if I'd only just hopped on like 15 minutes ago, this would be perfect. So hopefully we get something like that tomorrow night, and I appreciate you all for joining. I hope you're all not like bored by me, the lack of trades and stuff. That's why I want you guys to bring questions or like anything, trade reviews, or like if you want me to go over your journal, anything like that. Like I'm here for all that. But I see we're getting new people coming in every night, and I really appreciate all the OGs that turn up night after night. I really appreciate you guys, so because it'd be very very boring otherwise. So yeah, yeah, so if you're staying up, this looks juicy. Don't force anything. It is Asia after all. There's obviously New York for tomorrow and a long week ahead. So don't force anything. It is only Monday. Cool. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thanks a million for joining again, and I hope I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Right. All right. Mind yourselves. I'll see you guys. See you guys later. Peace. Peace. Peace.